Hi, I'm Dan Thomas, the gray internet dude. Been doing it a long time. Hey, I wanted to have you take a look at a program that really helped me out when I started out. You know, if you haven't seen some of the other videos of my story, basically, I was in the engineering field and I traveled all over the world. I made a good six figures. Now, I was away from home for 6 to 8 months at a time, but it was, pretty good living. And my wife was an RN. She only worked part-time, but she made great money too. We had the big house out in the country. We had horses, we had all the cars, we had all the toys, we had boats and all that kind of stuff. We thought that was living the dream. Well, lo and behold, my wife contracted a terminal illness. And so she couldn't work anymore and needed medical care like it was crazy. And the insurance only covered a little bit of it. And she passed away. And then my son, who was on the U.S. Olympic mountain biking team and then became one of the youngest airline captains based out of Palm Springs, he contracted a terminal illness, a different one, and he passed away. And again, insurance, it just didn't cover it. Well, what's really crazy is shortly after my boy passed, I contracted a blood disease, actually two of them from where I was working. And it got so bad, I was in the hospital for, I think, 12 weeks. And they actually called the priest in for last rites. I didn't even know this. Of course, I was out of it. And, my brothers and sisters were all around. But obviously, I pulled through. But at the end of that, I had insurance bills of over $150,000. That's with insurance paying some of the bills. The hospital bills were crazy. So, of course, we, lost the house, all the cars and all the toys and the horses. And basically, I was destitute. Couldn't go back to work because I was just too weak. But I needed to make some cash quick. And the only way to really do that was through the internet. Now, probably just like you, I tried all kinds of them, the promises they made of, make $10,000 a week. Well, what they don't tell you is, you can make $10,000 a week after you've been doing it for 5 years and put in so much money. Well, I didn't have any dough, and I needed to make some quick cash. Fast. So what I did is I concentrated on programs. I have about 7 programs now that I use, and it brought me from being six-figure earner in engineering to being destitute and having $150,000 worth of medical bills, plus other bills, to getting all that paid off, making my full-time living, and I'm back to 6 figures through the internet, all from smaller programs that pay cash quickly. That was the key. And that's the only programs that I recommend are the ones that I use personally, that I make money from, and that are easy to get into, and that have a quick return. Now, $100 to $500 a week may not sound a lot, but that's a game changer to a lot of people. And so for me, it was great. I could at least eat. And then I was able to scale it up. These little programs you can scale up. And then I started adding other programs, all smaller programs that are easy to get into. Because let's face it, most folks that get into internet marketing, usually they're just desperate to get out of their current situation, or they need the dough fast. Their situation that they have just isn't cutting the bills. And so that's what I wanted to do, was get programs that had a quick return, that were easy to get into, and didn't take, I was able to put full time into it right at the start. But a lot of people have other jobs that they have to have so they can keep their insurance up and all that other stuff. So I wanted something that you could put in, say, 1 hour to 2 hours a day, that didn't take a lot of dough to get into. And once you got the program, you didn't have to get a lot of other stuff. Now, once you get going and you start making some dough, then you can scale it up. But to get going, you need that cash, that quick cash. And that's the programs that I recommend. So I want you to take a look at this, the link below, and check out the program, see if it's for you. I can tell you right now, it's going gangbusters, and it's really easy to get into. It's really simple to do. And that's the other thing, is I wanted programs that were simple to do. Mostly, everybody says that they're cut and paste. And that's true. They are cut and paste. Now, there's a little bit of work you're going to have to do, but you don't need any, computer skills or any specialized skills other than you need to just be focused and say, I'm going to do this. Let's be honest. Most people will get these programs and they'll just sit on the shelf and then they'll say it doesn't work. But the beauty of these is I know they work because I personally use them. And a lot of my team members are going gangbusters using these programs. So take a look at it, see what you think, and get back to me. And I hope you find this video informational and helpful, maybe even entertaining. But take a look at the program, and hopefully we'll see you on the inside, and you can be a good team member. We can all be together and moving on. Thanks a lot. I'll see you later.